My goodness. Affinity, ladies and gentlemen.
We are here.
Oh my God.
Let's get it.
What in the world? Wow, bruh. Wow. Man. Lord.
We in the building.
We are here, man. We are here.
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah, man. We back, man. We had to run it back.
Hey, we were back.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on, man. Let me get in my zone.
Appreciate you having me.
Man, it is an honor, bro. It is an honor, man. Welcome back, dog.
Hey.
We got my dog back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy.
It's your boy Kon.
Yeah, we got him here.
You know?
We got him here, man. Mic check 1, 2. We are back. Welcome to the Sauce and Kon podcast, man. I'm your host, Sauce. You dig what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that's been tapped in with the podcast. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to Out East Network. Like the video, man. Share it to a friend. Share it to another colleague, man. I really appreciate all the support, all the love. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for supporting the artists. You know what I'm saying? It's been really, really special, man. I think we on the cusp of something great, man. So I really appreciate y'all. I'm nothing without y'all. You dig what I'm saying? So salute to y'all. We got a friend of the show in the building. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he is here, man. Like he just said, man. We got Kon in the building, man. This brother is a really, really true creative, man. A genius, I would say. An innovator.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This is one of the gems that's in the city, man. And it's always an honor to chop it up with this brother. It's a friend of the show. You dig what I'm saying? And he has an amazing project out right now called Affinity. We'll have that in the link in the description. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with that.
Y'all tap into that.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But yes, without further ado, my brother Kon is in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My invasive thoughts are just like, press the button. Press one of those.
We might have to let you do that, man. Yeah,
cause I didn't want to do it without permission. Because that'd just be messed up.
Well, you gotta know which one you're pressing, man. We got different sounds for different things. You know what I'm saying?
That yellow one right there.
Yellow one? That's the round of applause.
Yeah. That's the one.
What you think that one is?
The light blue one?
Yeah.
Like a bird call?
That's a good guess, but no, it ain't that.
He needs some milk.
Okay. I feel like I wasn't close. Like,
yeah, they know when they're close.
I wasn't
but,
close.
Hey, it was a good guess, though.
You know what I mean? I was somewhere.
Hey, somewhere in the bottom part.
He needs some milk.
Yeah,
It wasn't a bird call.
Oh man.
No, hold on, wait. What's that one right there?
Which one?
The dark blue one.
The dark blue?
Yeah.
Man, it's been a minute. I have to see. Hold on, let's see.
Stop the cap.
It's been a minute. Hey, it's been a little minute. It's been a little minute since I had to hit a nigga with that. But look, if a nigga get in here and get the wildin', I had to hit him with that button, man. But luckily, ain't nobody violated, so I ain't have to violate them. You know what I mean?
No, that's funny as hell.
Hey, Kon is the first brother that's been on here, man, that have me actually hit the other buttons. Because like I said, ain't nobody triggered me to hit them buttons on him, man.
Stop the cap, man. He needs some milk. That's a great follow-up. That's back-to-backs right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. How you been, though, brother? Man, it's good seeing you, man.
I've been good, man. Just same old, man.
Yeah.
Just working and working.
Yeah, man. I think within the last time I seen you, bro, it was during the summer. Y'all came back up with Inner Circle. The whole gang pulled up on me. You know what I mean? We got in here, we kicked it, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had Boombox out at that time. Had something hot for the summer. You know what I mean? Really just setting the tone and setting the vibes. Had no idea you was working on this on the side, bro.
Yeah. Nah, this has been in the works for a minute now. Like for a long little minute.
Bro, what do you be on, bro? Like, what goes on with your brain when you kind of flowing in different spaces? Because, bro, like, this is a totally different, like, vibe and element. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, especially like when we pulled up, it's like you may think that, oh, you know, they put out this kind of music. This must be where his mind is at the whole time. It's like, it just depends on the day, honestly. Like, that was how I may have been feeling on Thursday, and then on Friday, you know, feeling like Affinity. You know?
Man. So, were you working on these, like, literally simultaneously? Like you said, like, one day you'd feel like this, so you work on this track. The next day you'd work on that?
If we're talking about Boombox, during the Boombox, we kind of took a break because it was like we were more on we need to go ahead and get this done. So me and Herm had just like put that to the side and was like, okay, we're gonna work on this, try to get everything right for that, and then, you know, all the extra stuff we did with that. So it was just, once we're done with this, then we can avert our attention back to Affinity.
Fire. Okay. So once you felt like you had something with Boombox is when you kind of paused on Affinity. But this has always been like a project kind of working in the background slowly.
Yeah. You can ask, like, really everyone close to me. I just would be like, hey, bro, Affinity is coming. Ooh. And so that, you feel me? That's why my people, they rock with it probably the most, because it's like I've been telling them about this since like 2022.
Man. So what was the initial thought with this project? Was it the name came to you? Was it the concept came to you? Or was it you started with the tracks and like the storytelling with what you were doing within this album, and then it just started manifesting from there?
It started with the tracks. I think I've probably found like a good like 7-8 of those tracks already.
Wow.
By the time it even got to the point where we were working on the Boombox. And then really the original intro for it was an Affinity though.
Wow.
I ended up finding that beat like probably at the last out of all of them, because it was an original song that me and Ashley MJ had actually worked on, was going to be the original intro for Affinity. But then I heard that beat and was like, I'm gonna be real. And I was like the hook, like the "We Are the Stars and Clouds that give the world" is, you feel me? I was stuck on that, trying to figure out what to write on that for about 2 months,
bro.
And then one day I was just in bed and I was like,
got it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. It just be straight like
just
that.
Hit you randomly.
You just be in there just trying to rhyme words in your head, and you're like, dang, I ain't been able to get this in a minute. And then eventually I was like, oh,
yeah,
got it.
Bro, that is amazing. The Sonics, like, did you know what you wanted this to sound like? Because you have this like beautiful blend of, I don't even really know what to call it, bro. It's like it's such of like blends of, you're tapping into like your rapper side, right? But then it's also, you're playing with house sounds, and then it's got this like alternative feeling to it, and it's just like creativity within its essence, I would say. So like, no, for sure.
You know?
That's why it's like crazy to me. So like, how did you figure out the Sonics? Like, what you wanted to do? Like, how you wanted this project to sound?
Honestly, like, I just know back in like during the time of like finding beats, I used to literally, like back in like 2020, 2021, I would just be on YouTube, listen to like 30, 40, 50 beats a day. Until, and then funny enough, like all the producers who produced on Affinity produced on my, like the first project I'd ever dropped, or solo project I had dropped, which was Pastel. So literally only three producers, excluding myself, who worked, like, I found beats off of YouTube and ended up using those beats. But I had already done something with like composition of theirs prior too. So I'd always just been listening to their beats anytime they dropped them. And then I found one and I'd be like, I listened to some of this stuff and I'd be like, how has no one like just took this and
Using
like
it.
done something with it? But sure enough, like even when I've like showed it to different like curators, they'll be like, I feel like I've heard this beat before. Or they'll be like, it's like something about this this sound. It's like I know the person who like made this or something. I'll tell them who made it, be like, dang, like that. Just like YouTube producers who've been like at it for like literally as long as I've been at it, who I've got the opportunity to kind of see grow, and then been lucky enough to kind of just when they drop a beat, I'm probably one of the first people to hear it, and I'm like, oh yeah. And it'd be crazy. Some of these beats will only have like less than like 10,000 views on YouTube.
Wow,
you know?
man. Wow. Your pen on this project was at like peak form.
Hey, turn me up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
Hey, turn me up.
Hold on, let me give you the air horn with that.
Hey,
bro.
turn me up. Turn me up.
Yeah, yo,
Sauce approved.
yeah. Seriously, bro. And just like what you were just saying, with just the start track Affinity, you know what I'm saying? I felt like you were really like deep in your storytelling bag. I couldn't really tell on what specific event this was, you know what I'm saying, or who the muse was, but it was pretty dope. And the way that you we'll talk about it. Shout out to her, man. 'Cause, hey, if it wasn't for you, we got Affinity.
If
man,
it
you know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
for you,
yeah, whoever that is. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have got Affinity.
I know she loves the sound of that.
But yeah. Shout out to the muse, yo.
She may not like me, but she loves the sound of that right there. Man, that's real.
But yeah, man. Like I said, man, Pen was at peak form. Now, when you're listening to this project, if you're listening to it, like you're checking all the dots of, like, if you want to just listen to it just for a vibe or a feeling, you check that box. Because when you sent it to me and I first listened to it, I was just like, damn, this is such a mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, just from the start track on down, like immediately into second song, like, you know what I'm saying? But when you go a little deeper and peel back the layers, you really have a lot of like meaning to these songs that you're actually penning. And that's why I was saying
appreciate
elite pen game.
You know, like some of the lyrics are on there. Hey, Distro Kid, this is the second time I'm talking to you.
Can y'all please get those lyrics on there, bro?
Get y'all shit together, man, because that shit is not good.
Yeah, man,
it's not good.
People might need to, like, you know what I'm saying, if they could get that resolved, like, they got to take a gander and like follow through with the lyrics, with the sonics. It's gonna blow your mind in a whole nother realm. You know what I'm saying?
That's the goal, because I just remember like when I used to listen to music like back in 2013, 2014, just like when Kendrick and Cole and like Isaiah Rashad and all these folks were just putting out music, and then you listen to it and you be vibing, and the lyrics weren't like, I feel like a lot in today's music, like lyrics just cut through so much that it's almost like that's like all I hear. But I remember with a lot of that music, it just used to be a lot of vibe. And then if you cared to go and look back at the lyrics, then you like have a whole nother revelation to the music, get closer to it. It's almost like when someone's on stage and it's like they're not necessarily whispering, but they just kind of, they not talking the loudest. So you can either enjoy it where you're at, or you can kind of come a little closer and kind of tune in a little bit more. That's kind of what folks were going for, just like that. I don't want to force you to hear every single word that I'm saying.
For sure.
But if you care enough, or if you like the music enough,
I got something there for you.
You feel me?
For sure. Man, where can we go with this? Man, because it's so much to even like cover. From like the track listing to who you specifically picked to like work on these. Since we're on Affinity, let's start with like the feature, and then I also want to go back up to like just the titling of it. But where in there did you hear, like, because it takes a genius to say, I can hear yours truly, Jay, on this. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of pockets that she probably like love to just hop in. You know what I'm saying? I think it speaks tremendously to like her creativity and what she does.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember just with like talking with her and just hearing what she can do, like sonically, she don't put herself in a box either. So she loves to hop on these different vibes. Like, so where in there did you notice that talent and like she's the perfect person for this?
Honestly, when I heard the beat, like that's typically how it goes with most features. I'll hear the beat and I'll be like, I know who I would want on this, like on this track. And like I said before, it was just a matter of getting the words. It was just like, okay, I don't want to pitch this to her before I kind of figure out what exactly is going to be said. And whatever is said got to be slick kind of hard. So after I finally had that revelation, after thinking about it for like 2 months, it was just like me and Jay, we've worked quite a bit. So she was just in the studio one day and I was just like, yo, can you know, would you want to maybe? And she's always down. So it was pretty smooth.
Were you nervous, like kind of pitching that to her or like sliding that to her, like, hey, what you think? Like, hop on this.
I wouldn't say I was nervous. Jay, that's my dog for real. I mean, I've known Jay for a smooth little minute, like since we were dating, like 19 years old.
That's fire.
So it wasn't really like if she didn't like it, she knows she could tell me like, yeah, nah, bro. Like, like she's told me plenty of times before. So
like, yeah, that one ain't me.
Yeah, she'll definitely be like, hey, yeah, nah, this is not it. And so she was like, yeah, I'm rocking with it. Let's try it.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. Were you in the studio when she laid that?
I was.
Tell me about that moment. What was it like? Because that's like for you to be like, that's the intro. It's such a strong song. So I just want to know how that felt when y'all were actually creating it.
Honestly, it was just like another day in the studio. It was like,
fire.
Just like airdrop her the notes and then kind of go a few times or like around it, like, you know, try to get it all right. Cause she was just going straight off of the notes and like what I kind of, the cadence I kind of gave to her. And we probably ran it about 15, 20 takes of it. Yeah. And then just got as many layers as possible. And then like after that, it was just like, oh, well, we're done. Let's move on to the next thing.
That's fine. We got a hit, but let's just go ahead. We ready for the next.
But then the thing was, we didn't start, like, we had got that recording, but but that was probably before Boombox. So we didn't even really get to tuning in on the vocals and all that until afterwards. And so there was a long, I know she was waiting on me to. I was like, yeah, I'll send you that track. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just mix it up, send you that track. 5 months later, like, here you go. Hey, don't forget about this. This is gonna be. I'm just being honest.
Hey man, I love it, man. You gotta take time with the art, man. You gotta take time with it, bro. That's fire, man. Now let's go to the album title, Affinity. Now I looked it up on the definition app. It says Affinity. It says via the dictionary app, a natural liking for or attraction to a person, thing, idea, etc. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. Now, if that's the concept, can you explain to me like the artwork? Because it's so, it's a fire piece of artwork, bro. For a track, a cover title, for you to kind of put yourself out there like that and to play with those different like looks with creativity. What inspired that? Because is it inspired from like the Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah. It's essentially like the whole theme of these next few albums are going to be like Renaissance. And so this was just kind of that first kind of taking of that. As far as the artwork, like as you know, like the Vitruvian Man, Leonardo da Vinci, that was kind of just the whole theme. So I hit up my boy Oscar, and that's the person who took all the pictures, and I just kind of ran the idea by him, and he was like, "Okay." I've known this man since we went to high school together, so he was like, "Hey, I'm with it if you with it."
For sure.
And so, Affinity. This is kind of like the name is kind of like just symbolizing where I'm at with music right now, like because like my first EP was called Preconceived, and so that was all about kind of like people assuming I'm this way, maybe not like really into music at all. Like at this point, like in my first EP, or just kind of already having assumptions about me as a person, and now we're kind of moving down that lane of music to where it's like Affinity. This is like my natural. This is naturally what I'm drawn to.
Yeah,
like this is kind of the art. This is kind of what I embody.
Man, how did you go about getting like the sketches and everything else that you had kind of around like this rollout of the album and everything?
Well, shout out to Bree, because I mean, Bree, she does want to say
she's talented.
Yeah, she's crazy. I don't want to mess up her Instagram name. I think it's Art by Angel Face.
Let me see. Let me go look it up.
Cause I don't want to butcher it either.
Keep going.
But yeah,
it.
So I just hit her up. Cause I had seen some of her artwork, and I was like, hey. And then plus my Miles, he had done some work with Bree, and so I was just like, hey, I have
Bree,
an idea.
So it's Bree is Art by Angel Face.
Art by Angel Face. Yeah. Shout out to Bree once again. But just hit her up. I was like, hey, I'm trying to make a Vitruvian Man, but of me. And she was like, easy.
Fire, bro.
She was like, that's it.
Wow.
I was like, for sure. And
wow.
she got that back to me pretty quick. I was like, you don't even know what you just did.
Man.
Like, that was crazy.
What did she think of like the concept? Like, how did those conversations go with like what you giving her the vision of what you wanted and her like delivering on that? Like, how was that exchange back and forth? You know what I'm saying?
It was really just like a Pinterest board that I send over with a few pictures, but for the most part, it was pretty straightforward. And then she just did it. Like, it was like not a lot of too much exchange. She was like, send me little updates. Like, she had like a sketch at first, like not really defined. And she's like, is this about what you're looking for? And I was like, yeah, like that's crazy. And then she started shading and all that. And by that time, it was a wrap.
Man, crazy, bro.
Stupid talented.
Yeah, man.
That guy didn't give me the gift of drawing. I tried.
Me neither.
I tried.
I had the stick figures on lock though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had them little comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the stick figures on lock. I could draw a block, like the 3D block type shit, but that was about it.
Same.
That was about where it stopped.
I like draw like a little SpongeBob.
Yeah.
He thought that was like the pinnacle of art. Make a little cube, box.
Man.
Yeah, I feel you.
Fire,
we all live the same lives.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So with that, bro, when you first sent me this like project, bro, I approached it knowing you like now with our definite like run-ins, you know what I'm saying? When we always get together and we always see each other. When it comes to like your creativity, I never put you in a box now because I never know what I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so it's like when you first sent me this album, I didn't have any expectations. I didn't set any pre-expectations. I just wanted to listen to it free. And so when I listened to it, I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, what the fuck is he on, bro? Like, he just took me complete left. You know what I'm saying? Because I only can go off of, like, your last work, but I'm also approaching this with no expectations, but I was just impressed. You know what I'm saying? And so, going with that, with you creating, like, the rollout, the intro song, the idea of the album, how did like tell me about you like locking in with Herm, and just him getting your vision and like helping you bring this to life.
For sure. Like, first of all, shout out to Herm, because I'll be real, like locking in with me is like a very, it's very lot of trials, tribulations, like when it comes to that. So like, but Herm, he's been locked in. Like, well, I've known Herm since like high school. So
Fire.
and we were both in like this science program that I ended up getting kicked out of. But because I mean, honest, if I'm gonna be real, like I wasn't feeling it at the time. You know, looking back at it, you know, everything happens for a reason. I met Herm in that 1 year. We were just the two kids who our parents didn't get off of work until 5. So the program ended at 3, but we'd be there until 5.
Still hanging out.
So after that, like he was making beats, and I was kind of like, you know, doing my little like, you know, writing. Yeah. And we started locking in with Affinity. I was just running the ideas about Affinity by him, like 2022, maybe like late 2021. And I was just talking shit. I was just like, hey man, just so you know, we got a project covered. And this shit gonna be it. And he was like, hey man, I'm ready whenever you are. But literally that process just looked like hit him up, see when folks are available, because you know we both got like live and stuff, but we locked in probably about 60, 70, 80 sessions. Wow. I mean, and I'm not going to say we were just doing like Affinity the entire time, but for the most part, we really were. Yeah. Just kind of locking in and just listening to different music, just trying to get references, like get our ears kind of like, what do we want? You know, getting like different folk, like the different artists, and getting like my boy, like musicians like Ari, getting like Alvin, or Malone.
Oh, fire! Shout out Malone, man.
Shout out Malone. You know, my boy Lee. I think the only thing that we got laid on the track that Herm wasn't there for was when Leah came, or when I went to Lee's. And Lee's just a guitar. He's a guitar player. He played guitar for you and for your interlude, like that shredding. That was Lee. But yeah, for the most part, like me and Herm, we were already be kind of locked in. But when it was time to finally just Affinity, we were locked in, and you know, learned a lot about each other. Man, you know, overcame a lot of like, you know, like making music, just making projects is just, it can get stressful. So, and it's like when there's certain expectations, certain like just preferences, you always got tastes to deal with. You know, when you were dealing with two different artists, a lot of conversations, a lot of, you know, past the music, just a lot of heavy conversations about life and about goals and what we wanted in life and like why we even doing this, like stuff like that. So it was a process. I'll tell you that. Like between end of 2022 and the beginning of 2024, like just locked in. That's my boy. That's my brother.
Man, shout out her, man. That's fire, bro. Cause like, can you speak to? Now I could say just from like meeting him and his character, he's just a really dope dude. Like super humble, super to the point. Like, does it change like when he's in that studio? Like, is it a whole different?
He's always like that. Like Herm, he's always been like very, very humble guy. And I think that's why we get along like well, because like neither one of us really just want to step on each other's toes, but at the same time, like if it's something on our minds, we'll make sure that
y'all know what y'all trying to get.
Yeah, like, it's like we're past the point of like a critique could like do anything. So it's just like he's always him.
That's fire.
Herman's always him.
That's fire. How'd you go about like the track listing, shall I say? Because if we're talking just from the songs, you go from Affinity, you know, with yours truly, Jay, into second song. And man, when I tell you that's a flawless fucking transition, bro. flawless.
Appreciate that.
It's beautiful.
Shout out to Ari.
Hey.
Shout out to Ari. Like, it was literally when he came and laid down the guitar, because I was like, I need a mean solo at the end of Affinity, and then like just work, like think about the transition. We were done with the solo, but I was like, hold on, keep flowing from the solo, and then just like we were trying to find the note. What was the right note? So we eventually found the note, and he just and then you can hear it going into the next. And once we kind of fixed that up, we're out. We just, yeah.
Like, there it is. My face melted, bruh. I went from that into, I said, what?
Yeah, that was the goal.
Crazy.
That was the goal. We
Crazy.
did it.
So, can you speak to me about, like, back to that golden pen? What inspired second song, and why'd you make that the hook?
Literally, like, okay. So here's the thing: the second song for Affinity had already been made. It was called Roses, and so me and Jyou had already made a song, and of course, I like all the other like song, like on my albums or projects in general, like Jyou's always on the second song, and so. It's always like a very, like, we about to get in this, we about to rap, and we about to get out. And like the song Roses, probably y'all still will hear it probably this summer. But Jyou had came into the studio. He'd heard a few of the songs that we were working on, and he was just like, "Hey, bro, like, you know, I can vibe too. You feel me? Like, you ain't gotta just put me."
Hey, that sound like Jyou too. You like, hey, yo, bro, like
you ain't.
You know I can do this too.
Like, you ain't gotta put me in a box. Like, you know, I know I can rap. He was just like, man, people hit me up to rap all the time. You know, sometimes I wanna vibe with the vibers, bro. And I was like, and in my head, I'm like, not that I had, like, I'd already know, like, Jyou's talent is like tremendous. Like, I had no doubt, but in my head, I'm already like, this is how the album is gonna flow. And so then I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, you're the only person I would ever you're the only person I would ever consider changing the song for. And so I had just made a beat in a session with my boy Gerard, and we were just cooking up Jay was there, and we were just cooking up a beat, and I was like, okay, I do got like one beat that, you feel me, I'll play and see what you think. Played it, and then Herm and Jyou looked at me and they were like, they were like, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, we're gonna have to change the song. Like, we gonna have to change the song, man. And so, man, and then so as a joke, I was just like, all right, if we gonna change the song, then the first thing I'm gonna say is I ain't want to make a second song. And so that's kind of how the song came. I didn't want to make a second song. Now it's set in stone.
That's fire.
And so,
that's
yeah.
fire.
Change.
See, now that's dope just hearing like that story behind it and how it was like created, because when I first listened to it without knowing this story, I'm thinking you go from infinity of like I was saying with the storytelling into like, I'm thinking you saying in this second song, like, man, I ain't want to have to do this type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a metaphor.
I ain't want to have to make this song about it.
It was a metaphor, but it was literal as well.
That's fire. That's where the genius come out, bro.
It's literally like, on one end, of course, like the literal meaning is like I didn't want to make a second song, but then also it was kind of like, you know, that's just a real feeling. Like, you know, sometimes you just really don't want to make another song in general, but there's still love. There's still love there. It's almost like a relationship. Yep. It's like there's still love there, and I don't necessarily feel like dealing with you right now, but fuck it, we're here.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, man. Man. Okay, so you have a couple of songs I really like, Maintain. But then, man, you go to like Move, it's like, man, you play with these like house sounds and then you play with these like dance sounds. Like, can you explain to me how that song was created?
Move was made around the same time. Like I was working on Pastel. I was just at my parents' crib during I think it was like 2021 during the pandemic.
Wow.
Or maybe 2020, one of those years. It was 2020, maybe. One of those years. Who knows? But
Man.
literally, I was just on YouTube doing my daily looking through beats. And I found that beat and I was like, hey, okay. But then we ended up I had already laid it down and all that, but then we ended up just speeding it up a little bit.
Wow.
So then, because at first it was just like, I don't want to talk about the past too long. It was going, but then it was like we try to make this a dance song. We need to speed this up just a little bit. So we sped it up just a little bit, and it was like it was like unanimous decision. Like, oh yeah, keep it just like that.
Fire.
But yeah, I love I'm starting to fall in love with the house kind of dance kind of stuff. I can see that becoming like a essential part
playing with
of
them sounds, man.
Like these next few bodies of work are definitely gonna have a lot of that incorporated into it.
Yeah, fire. You go from you to your interlude. Which one of them you want to touch on first?
Let's see. I mean, that was just Amazon. I was just working at Amazon. It's not not a big story for that. Just sad as hell driver.
Sad boy vibes.
Sad boy working at Amazon, found a beat. I was like, okay, we'll make a little sad song of this. Your interlude was I feel like that was probably one of the later songs because I had the beat. It's one of those beats that I had, and I was just like, what am I gonna do with this? And I had the hook, like, cause time flies and we don't live forever. And I feel like the verse was me, like, I don't do this often, but it was literally just me punching in.
Fire.
Like, I was just,
fire, bro.
Like, that verse was just like, I be on sad. I just be, you feel me? I don't say I just be sad. Like I ain't gonna say that, but you feel me? Be in my emotions a little bit, and it was just probably like 2 a.m. at night, and it was just like, dang, you hate when I'm passive, bro. And yeah, listen to the words of that song. Like, I'm just
fire,
spilling my heart.
Fire, bro.
Spilling my heart.
Yeah, man. Sorry you had to go through that shit, but it made some amazing art, man.
It happened. But the thing
the
is,
sacrifice of the artist.
I don't even be having to go through that much. I just be sensitive, bro.
Oh, man.
I could literally just be like the smallest thing. I'm just like, I'm gonna go write this in a song, bro. Stomp took my hoodie in the summer, and I ain't never see you again.
Yeah, you ain't even pop back out, man.
Yeah, I know you still got that hoodie, though.
Wearing it around the crib.
Wearing it around the crib. Who knows where else that hoodie being worn?
Crazy.
Sick word. Sick word. I've stolen the hoodie too, so it all comes back around. I can't even.
Oh man.
I know, yeah.
Beautiful shit, man. Beautiful shit. Talk to me about, man, Feel Part 2, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Ryan on that. Can you tell me how that song came about? Because it came about beautifully, bro. Like, we introduced the pod with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's incredible. So, like,
appreciate it, man.
How'd y'all build that song? And how did you handpick Ryan to be on that?
It was probably around the same time that I had, around the same time I had made, or I started that song around the same time that I had made Move. Because I found that, found that beat around the same time. And I just knew after hearing the beat, I was like, Ron. And this was back, 21, 22? And so it was like we had made a song called Feel on my first EP that we ever dropped. Mm-hmm. And so it just so happened that the same, like, it was like, I Feel Her Lies that was just like, okay, I feel her lies. We're gonna make that the title. I didn't even realize it at the time, but then it was like Phil featuring Ron Obazi, and then Herm was like, "You realize you already got a song called Phil with Ron," and I was like, "Dang, you're right." And so it was just like, okay, let's make this a part 2. That simple. I had reached out to Ron, and Ron is super cool about it. He was just like, hey, he's always
Ron
like, hey,
is tight, man.
If I like the song, I'll hop on it. And so he listened to it. He was like, okay, bet, I'll hop on it. We were supposed to record it at Shangri-La. Or he did. I was like running probably like 30 minutes behind. And that was the day that it had like snowed, like it just like started snowing out of nowhere, crazy. Like the roads were messed up and everything, and so by the time I was pulling up, he had hit me and he was like, "I'm gonna be real, you feel me? I gotta get back to the fam. It's getting a little rough out here."
Yeah,
and so I didn't even get to see him record it or anything. I didn't see him record it. Nothing. Herman just sent me the file probably about 2 days later, and I was like, yes. Man. Evil laugh.
Yeah. You got Ron in his bag, bro. He went crazy. Like his pen is serious.
Serious. Too. Like look, like them, like reading them lyrics. Like you know how like you make stuff up in your head when you don't be knowing the words. But once you send me them words, I was just like, oh, you're different.
He's different, bro.
Ron Obazi, everyone.
Yes. Shout out Ron, man. Shout out Ron. Can you talk to me about War and then also like Digest? I really like Digest. But can you talk to me about War? Because like, and we'll get to it of like the track listing, but can you speak on that and how you got Dom Stay Dom in there?
Man, Dom, that's my dog. She literally, like anytime like I call her up, she always down to work.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I laid down the first verse, and then we had the bridge, and it was just a matter of, okay, who do we see on this? Because I know I wanted a feature. I didn't know exactly who I was leaning towards at the time, but then I think Dime, like as soon as like someone had said Dime, it was just like instantly like, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, fire.
Like
fire.
That's a done deal. And then she came in. Herm, I don't even think Herm couldn't pull up to that session, so I ended up having to record it. But like she would just started sliding. I was like, okay. And then she had came back after that first session and like put her like final touches on it. And by the time we had mixed it, that was probably one of the first songs we had like mixed to any capacity. And then that was kind of our motivation for like mixing everything else was like, okay,
wow.
She came in here, killed it, like with all the backing tracks and all that stuff. We mixed it. I'm like, this sounds crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Like we need to make sure that the rest of these songs like match up to like War. So War was like almost like the blueprint. And then Alvin, or I keep calling it, like you gotta bleep out when I say that. You gotta bleep out when I say that. My bad, bro. I did not mean to be calling you by your government name. I got that bad.
Hey man,
Malone came in and he just started adding some different sounds to the track.
Yeah,
and then just adding like some notes and some chords, like different synths. So by the time it was all done, it was like, oh yeah, this is
fire.
You could feel it. Like, yeah, it was one of those songs. Like once it was done, we just sitting there like, yeah, that's one of them. That's probably one of my favorite songs off the project for sure.
Can you speak to me about Digest? That's one of my favorite too.
Digest,
it's such a vibe, bro.
That was, I had written like the first parts of that, which was just like but I like keep my head up with my feet on the ground, with my hands to the sky, just to balance it all. That was just prime anxiety. You know, it was just like COVID was kicking, like mentally kicking my ass. Like I'm nervous, like, I'm in that, like, we all about to die. Like, I need to start, like, thinking about these things before, and it was like, and then I didn't end up finishing that song until, like, 3 years later.
Wow.
Where it was just, like, love myself like I know I should, do the things that I know I could. Like, they don't want to see you blow up till you blow up. That's when they show up. Like, all that was just literally, like, that was probably just like, what was the other song I said? I like, kind of punched in damn near on that one, too. Was just like, how you feeling? I was, melancholy. It's very melancholy, punching vibes. And then once it kind of all came together, I had showed it to Hearn. And then Hearn was like, this one is, to him, like, that was the one. To me, War was the one, but to Herm and then pretty much like everyone we showed that song to, they were like, "Nah, bro, that's the one right there."
Yeah, man.
I didn't realize how many people would like relate to what I'm saying for real. It was like, sometimes you be saying stuff and it's just like, oh, this is how I feel in the moment.
You think it's just you that feel like that?
And then like our first listen, or sometimes I'll be worried about it. I'll be like, can y'all even make out like what I'm saying? And then people will come back and quote the line to me, and I'm like, oh, shit, okay, folks actually hear what I'm saying, and they feel what I'm saying too. So it's like, because I'm a mumble. I'm very much like I can sometimes be a mumble singer.
Let me ask you about that. So like, for you, within your creativity, do you use that almost as a, I would say like a tool or a superpower in a sense? Of like the vibe that you create with that, because like in some ways, like when you insinuate your voice or you use your voice in that mumble sense, it kind of created like a feeling with it. I don't know if you ever thought of it like that, but it creates like a feeling. I could hear in some of these tracks the sorrow. I could hear some of the I don't necessarily feel with no like peak depression, but I could hear some of that.
Nah, let's hope never, but not yet at least.
But I could hear some of that in there of like those feelings. So like with the insinuating of the voice, of the low tone, the mumbling, you was just deep in your sad boy shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of feel like, all right, I'm walking with my head down, but I'm back up, so when we get to like a move or something like that, it's like, all right, we back in this vibe. We back kicking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say like someone who inspires me a lot is like D'Angelo.
Wow.
And so I just remember, like, I may have heard this from another artist who I also inspired by, but I don't want to butcher who I heard this from, so I'm just going to stick with D'Angelo.
For sure.
And he was basically, like, people were calling him like almost like a mumble kind of singer and a lot of the work that he was doing, and they were like, you're going to have to like enunciate, you're going to have to do these things if you want folks to like really feel what you're saying. But he was just like, nah, if anything, he'll build around it, but he would a lot of the times keep those first takes or keep those takes where he didn't quite know the lyrics yet, because he was like all that feeling, he just like, I can't let that go to waste. And I've always kind of experienced the same thing where it's like, okay, I would record something and like something, it's like sometimes it's just demo-itis, first time you hear something, you're like, oh yeah, I'm in love with this. But sometimes it's legitimately like a feeling in the music that you can't replicate once you go back, memorize it, and then try to spit it perfectly. Then it's like it gets neater, it can sometimes get cleaner, but it'll lose that initial feeling of like, dang, it was May 25th. Yeah, it was like May 25th, and I had just like smoked 2 woods with my homies, and then I took 2 shots of tequila, and I was slick dehydrated, and then I slick fell into my feelings at 1 a.m. in the morning. Like you can't recreate that. You feel me? And so I like to build around it, which sometimes can also take away from the clarity of it. But then it's like, that's why the lyrics are here, y'all. And like, I love the sound of feeling more than I love the sound of clarity, because at the end of the day, I know what I'm saying, and I know I'm saying something.
Yes.
So it's like, if you care enough, you'll go figure out what I'm saying.
Beautiful.
Not even if you care enough. I mean, if you feel in the song and you want to know what someone is saying, you just an innate
follow along with the lyrics.
You know.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Can you talk to me about I wanted to talk to you about like the listing. How'd you figure out where the tracks fit and where you wanted them in there?
I'll be real. The order was kind of already like set in stone for the most part.
Wow.
Like when I found the beats and I kind of started at least writing like the abstract, like kind of the outlines of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, like I said, the only two songs that weren't there originally was Affinity and Second Song. But even then, like, they kind of got switched out. So Jyou was always going to be the second song. Like, Affinity, once I heard it, I was like, oh, yeah, this is the first song. And then everything else, like, from Maintain to Move to You, like, all that was already in, like, order. Like, those, like when I had made it. So, yeah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Anymore wasn't the original ending, though.
Really?
Anymore, it was originally the second to last song.
Wow.
And then there was an 11th song on the project. But then I decided, I was like, by the time we got to the end of it and like how it was all playing through, I was like, y'all hear the 11th song, but it probably won't be on Affinity. You know,
fire. So a little breadcrumb out there for the people.
You know, is there'll be, like, especially this year, there'll be some more music that should have been, or not even should have been, that was going to be on Affinity that ended up not being on Affinity, but folks will hear it before, you know, it's all said and done.
Beautiful, man. Bro, I want to tell you, bro, this is an incredible piece of art. I appreciate what you do as just an artist and like flowing with your creativity, bro. Like I said, I think you are a creative genius. You know what I'm saying? Just from what you're inspired by, the vibes that you create. But you know, before we get to, I do want to talk to you about a little more like the inner circle stuff before we end up wrapping up. But man, just thank you for being just an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, thank you.
It's fire, bro. It's fire. What do you want the people to feel, or what would you want them to leave with when they are listening to Affinity?
Honestly, Affinity is like the foundation. Like, as far as like we're far from done, but Affinity is the foundation of where we're going as far as like quality and thought that's put into like the work. And so, like, if you like Affinity, just know like this is gonna be a pretty good run y'all about to watch. Like, I'm not even trying to talk shit right now. I'm just being real with you. If you enjoy Affinity, these next few projects that we're gonna pull together are only gonna get better.
Fire, man.
Real talk.
Talk that talk, man. We had to give you the horns after that. That's beautiful, man.
Hey, appreciate it.
That is beautiful, man. Two more things, just kind of off schedule. But man, thank you for this project, bro. This is amazing. I look forward to what's next. Thank you for trusting my ears. You know what I'm saying with this.
Of course.
Like, you know what I mean. It was an honor and a pleasure to hear this. Like, what I even hit you back with was like, hey man, I can't wait till this get mixed and mastered. I'm trying to blast this shit. This shit is amazing. So, you know what I mean? I'm really proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you flowing with your creativity and just doing whatever you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be free like that and just flow with the shit. Like, that 2 a.m. shit, I do the same shit. Like, when I'm laying in bed or some shit like that and I get an idea, boom, got to jot it down. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Like, it's just, creativity is fun. And when you can kind of like unleash that shit in the right way, it's fun to see like what comes out of it. You know what I mean?
Real.
So,
that's fake.
Proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot. We Sauce approved.
Yes, sir.
Affinity is also approved.
You know what But yeah, man. Talk to me about, man. Give me an update, man, for like Inner Circle, everything you guys have been doing. Y'all doing some fly shit. Like I was telling you, kind of like off camera. It was I really wanted to make it to the For Her event. You know, but I ended up getting sick or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you got kids.
You stayed home.
Yeah, we ain't get around there spreading that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, and by the way, man, when y'all niggas is outside, if y'all niggas is sick, stay home, bro. It's okay to stay home.
Stay home.
Yeah, hey, please don't spread that shit to people that's we outside. Yeah,
we
let
healthy.
them know. Yeah.
We healthy as hell outside, bro. It's summertime.
Yeah, come on, man. Keep that shit inside, man. Keep it to yourself.
You know you felt that in the back of your throat when you left the crib, man. And then you started drinking, so now your body can't even recover, right?
Then you rounding up, dapping up
then
niggas.
You hitting folks blunts and shit, trying to act like everything cool. That shit is not cool, man. Stay your ass at home.
Hey, please, bro. Please.
That stomach,
it's gonna be all right.
Be having that stomach.
Niggas be bullshitting, bro. Hey, I promise you can make the next event. I promise. Golly, bro.
May 2nd. May 2nd.
All right, now. Come on, man. Come on. Hold up. That team working, man. That team is working. Oh, yeah.
But now we're going to have a...
Talk to me about that, bro.
May 2nd, Out the Blue. Anzi Blue is going to be our second installation of Out the Blue. Definitely come through over there by Belcourt. Shout out to Anzi Blue for having us. We have like collaborative events with Sold coming.
Yeah, man. Shout out Sinclair, man.
Shout out Sinclair. Yeah, that's on May 11th. We have a lot of stuff in the work as far as just different vibes that we can put on this summer. Like that's kind of different that, I feel like a lot of stuff is starting to develop in Nashville now. Just, like,
isn't it beautiful?
It's amazing.
Amazing,
it's
bro.
Like and then it's coming at the right time, that spring, summertime. Everyone's kind of amped to, just provide an environment for not just creatives, but just the community to be out and just celebrate whatever.
Yeah, man.
Just turn up. So it's gonna be a great summer. But May 2nd, definitely come out.
Beautiful.
Definitely come out. Our biggest goal right now is just collaborating. Like if there's people who's serious about just working and trying to create experiences, then we wanna like have some kind of hand in it if we can contribute anything. So like that's all of Nashville.
Yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I'm even just keeping up with the team, bro. Like what you're doing, what Jyou is doing, what Miles is doing, like is really, really fly, bro. So it's always a salute on my end, you know what I'm saying? And anywhere I'm ever can pop out and support, bro. Like just proud of y'all, man. Proud of y'all.
Appreciate
y'all really pushing it, bro. Y'all doing it.
Appreciate it. And then like, hey, I should not say that, but hey, like that man Jyou, do not sleep, cause it's gonna be a long year. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, cause I ain't trying to get in trouble. I ain't trying to get in trouble, y'all. I ain't trying to get in trouble.
Ooh wee.
Hey, the man, the myth.
You're a bad man, bro.
Bad man. Just wait for
it. Fire, bro. One more last thing before we get up out of here. It's bittersweet, man. You know I'm a Titans fan.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I got word that you was a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Yes, sir. The king.
How you doing?
Bring them. God
damn, that shit hurts, man.
Man, you think that hurt? That loss to the Chiefs.
To the Chiefs, yes.
I haven't talked about football since that day, bro.
You know we got the man that put y'all in the dirt, right?
Who?
We got Legere Sneed. Yeah, they got that punch. Yeah. Yeah.
Man said the man who put us in the dirt.
We outside.
That was a very
that was a crucial moment.
That was a crippling moment.
Yeah,
like
man.
In my heart.
He was right there dying.
Right there. Like Sneed is a sick man.
He's sick, man.
For following through with that play. Because the other two folk had gave up, and then he just popped.
Nope, I'm not giving up.
Like, my jaw dropped. Like, I was so sick.
Man.
But I'm going to be real. If the Ravens can't pull it through with Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Man, our identity looks a little different with the Titans, but man, I'm excited to see what we do. We got Calvin Ridley now. We got D-Hop. We got Tony Pollard. Who else? We got a center. Like, we filling some holes, man. So I'm excited to see. We going to my partner crib for like draft night. So I'm excited to see what we end up doing. But it hurts seeing Big Henry go, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Y'all got to use him right. I think he went to the right team, the right system. Y'all gonna get off.
That's
they're gonna go stupid.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like one of the best running backs to play the game for real. So
best,
it's just
bro.
like we gotta like as a Ravens fan, it just be. I've seen the worst.
Oh, trust me, I've been to hell and back with the Titans, bro.
I've seen the app. Like, we don't just lose. Like, we get demoralized. Like, we lose like by a little bit, and the way that we lose is just always just so it hurts. So
it hurt, bro.
Bad. But yeah, with Derrick Henry, if we can't do nothing,
He gonna help you out.
Derrick Henry, like
y'all might get it.
we should
year.
go 16-0.
There's no way Patrick Mahomes should make it past y'all. I know he's fucking magical, but
he wasn't even magical that game though. It was like
that defense stood up, and
that was our off. That was
they went away from running the ball.
it was rigged.
Hey,
That's what y'all getting from me.
hey,
Y'all heard it here first. NFL is rigged. This shit like the WWE. They tell them, hey y'all better not go out there and win that now. You heard what I told you.
Give it up right there in the fourth. Y'all go ahead and compete, and then right there in the
We
fourth.
stopped running in the third
tough.
quarter.
That's tough. Man.
I've watched every I don't even. You see this?
Yeah,
why
I got him triggered.
This is why I ain't talked about this since it happened, man. I just leave it alone. Hey, every time, man.
Oh man, I'm a little bit of a sicko, man. I had to pick with you a little bit because man, Henry gone, bro. That shit hurts, bro.
Tony,
we had fucking when AJ Brown got traded. Boy, I mean, I remember when we lost the AFC Championship game, bro. I was up here podding, and we started watching it, came up here and podded, and then we had to pause like midway because we were in like the fourth. It was tied up with the Bengals, and then they ended up putting us in the dirt like that, bro. Like after that, AJ Brown get traded. Like I've been through some shit.
Got back
man.
on the pod, man.
I was sick, bro.
Had to pretend like I ain't even have.
Bro, nah. I went on a little rant. I was sick, bro. It hurt, man.
I'm alright. That football hurts a different kind.
It's a different kind of hurt, bro. Man.
Man.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. More success to you, brother. I'm always in your corner, man. It's always a pleasure when we outside popping to each other, bro. It's always love.
I'm just appreciate being here, man.
Man, it's an honor, bro. It's an honor to have you, man.
Appreciate folks just giving like artists a narrative, man. Like able to, solidify words in history. Look back 2-3 years from now, all the people that you done had on the show, and it's like, dang, like someone's seen it.
Yes,
and that's you. Like someone seen it at a time where it was needed, and ain't nobody else want to step up for real. I mean, not to like, maybe there's another podcast out here that's doing the same thing, but I don't know of them. So like locked into the culture, locked into history.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
Real talk. And the consistency of it too is like real. Like folks, all the creators already know the consistency is the hardest part for real.
For sure.
So like you are a blessing to the community.
Man, thank you, brother.
Real talk.
And it's like what I tell every artist. And I really, really appreciate that, bro. But I wouldn't be able to do what I do if I wasn't inspired by what y'all do. You dig what I'm saying? So it's reciprocal. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to carve out the time or, the passion and the stuff that comes with that of like deep diving on what y'all got going on. Like it's all passion, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
That's real.
y'all inspire me, man, and I want to see y'all win. And so it's like, if I can help like with that and amplify that and contribute to that, that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope. Like, I just reposted on my story yesterday. Like, just seeing Carmine Profits. He just did the collab project with Brian Brown. Had him up here just on some genuine shit. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, he's touring with Boss. You know what I'm saying? He's touring, he's literally on tour with him. You know what I'm saying?
Like, whoa.
So it's like, it's dope seeing them, bro. And all I can do is just, that's what I do it for, bro. Like, salute. Just keep going. You know what I mean?
We'll do. We will not stop.
Keep going, bro. It can happen like that.
Hey, that's what a lot of folks be saying. It's just like, life can literally change in a day.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. But yeah, man. I want to lend you the floor to kind of, you know, let the people know anything you want to let them know. Any shout outs for like the project or anything that you got going on. Anything you want to tell the fans. And I'll just lend you the floor, bro, to kind of just get your shit off.
Oh yeah, okay, here we go. All my shout outs. I'll make this long. Let's
Go
see.
ahead, get your shit off, man. Kick back.
First of all, shout out to Herm. Shout out to Herm. Shout out to Jyou, Jay, Ron, Dom for just, coming through and like lending your talents. Like, once again, going back, shout out to Herm, because Herm literally sat there with me. I'm talking about he would get up, go to work, go to class. Like, he go all the way to MT. So he drive out to Murfreesboro, then he come all the way back to Antioch, and we would literally just be cranking it out. And that was like a daily thing for months. So it was like, there's not a lot of people who gonna get, like, just get in your corner and just be there and believe in what you're doing that much to just put in that amount of work. Like trust. So shout out to Herm, of course. Shout out to Ari, Lee, Hunter, Gerard, Zach, like everyone who be playing shows with me, like, because a lot of this music is inspired by shows. So it's like just going out there doing like shows and just being like, okay, this song is cool. I wanted to hit a little bit more on a live performance when I'm creating. It's just a matter of how can I, what production can I pick that's gonna like hit harder in like the show. And like without my guys just always being down to play with me, like I wouldn't have as much experience doing that. So shout out to like everybody. If I miss somebody, like Nate, Justin, AJ, like literally everyone who's ever played with me, like shout out to y'all. Shout out to my parents, because life get hard sometimes.
Yeah, for real.
And they've been very supportive of my dreams, and just like trying to make sure I'm not just the most starving, the most hungriest artist out here. So like shout out to just the support system and folks who have been out here just supporting. Shout out to the cult. If you ain't know, you feel me?
Fire.
Shout out to the cult, everyone who's been supporting Affinity. Like, thank you so much. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, without the support, the consistent support, like it's hard. Like, it's already hard enough as an artist to really just try to gain traction, make a name. But like the people who've been supporting me have been so supportive, so consistently supportive. Like, show up to shows, shout out to Intro and Plain James for allowing us to have a release party. Like really, like it's just been shout out to everyone who contributed to the art. Oscar, Bree, like y'all made my visions like come to life, like in a way that I just literally couldn't have. So like, yeah, I think I covered, I want to say I covered everyone, but if I missed out on anyone, the producers from YouTube who've been just doing their thing, whether you know who I am or not, shout out to you. You'll eventually see this and you'll be like, dang, that nigga shouted me out. I didn't even know. But shout out to YouTube producers just in general who just be consistent, putting out that shit, not even knowing if there's anyone listening, like, cause that's hard. Like, it's not an easy thing to do. And like, real talk, shout out to everybody who was a part of the project. Shout out to everyone who plans on coming to a show.
Facts.
So we got some shows coming up. We got a lot of shows, like a good amount of shows coming up. So if you're looking to hear Affinity live, definitely come through. Shout out to Sauce, of course, for just being someone who's consistently in the scene, who really cares about the scene. Like, Nashville really has a lot to say. And, you know, like, outlets just find other genres, I guess, a bit more interesting. You know, like, I don't know, you know, that country and rock got them in a chokehold right now. But like, for the folks who really just keeping their eyes open and peeled to what's going on in the scene, shout out to Inner Circle. You know, we also like originally it was like me, Jyou, Miles, but we have like people who have been tightly knitted with Inner Circle who are like joining like pretty much in the Inner Circle now. And like, we got new people who are just super creative, super down to earth, and just like love the scene. So shout out to y'all. I don't want to make that announcement here though. You know, I want to
sure. Take your time with that one.
Give them a bit. You know, I want to make it a bit more grand. But like, shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Like, shout out to like, of course, like Jyou, Miles, for just, you know, keeping me grounded. It's a blessing to be around like the same people. Like, even before I knew I was gonna do music. So it's kind of like, nigga, we know Trey Gibson now. Like,
yes, sir.
Like, just in all my homies, like my homies are so supportive. And like, as a kid, like in high school, you know, we used to bully each other like a lot. I would have never guessed that they would like have supported like me the way that they support me. And it's just like, like, you can't buy stuff like that.
That's tight.
So like, shout out to the Cubes. Y'all know who y'all are.
That's fire, man.
I think that's it on my shout out. What was I supposed to do besides shout out?
Let them know where they can follow you or the collective. You know what I'm saying?
Follow me on IG. That's like the home base. We working on, you know, TikTok and stuff. I'm just getting reacclimated to Twitter. I had to delete Twitter for a minute.
It's Wild Wild West over there.
Yeah,
bro.
the Twitter was. I'm gonna be real. I only re-downloaded Twitter after Kendrick dropped the diss.
Bro, hey,
I was like, oh no, I gotta get on there.
I gotta see what's going on
in here. But you know, follow me on the cult of Kon. You know, join the cult. You don't necessarily gotta be in the cult to support the cult, but being in the cult is way funner. And yeah, follow me on there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me at Real Trey Gibson. I be saying something profound once every 6 months. So, you know, you can always look forward to that. And then they suspended me on TikTok. So I got to make a new...
man, come on, TikTok. That's
like,
crazy. That's crazy work.
Like, I'm like, what did I do? Like, that was my question. I'm just like, yo, like, I barely use this app. Like, I literally come on here and I like a few things, and then one day I try to log in, they're like, your account is suspended.
That's crazy.
I'm like, all right, maybe they thought I was a bot or something. I don't know, but I gotta make a new one of those. But we'll announce when the new TikTok is up.
Apple Music, Spotify, anything like that.
Apple Music, Spotify, you know, Kon, K-O-N.
YouTube as well.
YouTube, yeah, YouTube Music. And then shout out to Tiffany as well. Tiffany, that's like. Danner, like, that's my manager. She's been like had her head down through this entire process as well, just being supportive, providing resources when they're needed, and just being like a good ear, like to just run things by, and like super supportive, always answers, always is there. So shout out to Tiff as well.
Tight.
Shout out to the whole team. I really just named off the whole team. So yeah.
Hey, fire, man. Man, Kon, thank you, bro. Thank you for your art. Thank you for your contribution to the culture, bro. You always got a friend in me, man. Always my support. You dig what I'm saying? Just keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit is a journey, man. It's a journey just as well as a process. And I continue to think, like, you know, through all, like, the navigating, the late nights, the hard work, the planning, the plotting, it makes it all worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying? So,
real.
Just keep going, bro.
Dang, this is crazy. This is a really surreal moment. I remember, like, what, like 2, 3. How long has the show been? Has the Sauce and Sauce podcast been going?
I'm probably going on 2 years. I think next month. I gotta go check.
It's only been 2 years?
Yeah, bro. Like, let me see.
feel like it's been a little
What was my
longer
fucking
than that.
first
Maybe I'm
episode,
thinking.
bro. Hold on, let me go look. See, I just be putting in the work. I be forgetting all these accolades and shit, man.
I'm just
Let's
like,
see.
hey, this has been going on for a
My
minute.
first episode I did was just audio. So if I'm counting from there, let's see.
Let's see. Just get to scrolling.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's deep. Let me see. 5/11/21.
21.
Yeah, that was the first episode I've ever put out, and that was on audio.
That was May of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh, yeah, nah. I just remember first time seeing like the Lost and Sauce podcast, and I was just like,
I think when I first put my first YouTube, that's probably been like 2 years.
couple of years.
Yeah, so it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was just
Crazy
like,
to see it
dang,
grow, huh?
man. I was just like, dang. I hope one day I'll be on here one day.
Trust me, man.
And-
We got some. I ain't gonna speak on it too deep, but I got some plans, man. We finna go crazy.
I'm already knowing.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Like you
You know what
you
I'm
got to
saying?
convince me. I'm already knowing.
We got some plans for sure, man.
But yeah, no. Thank you for, like I said, I feel like I keep thanking you, but for real,
Likewise, man. Thank you, brother.
very much grateful and
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
Always, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, Kon.
My favorite button. He pressed that thing.
That's hard, man. You got another track you want to end this off with? I'll let you pick. Or
ended on.
you picked it starting out, right?
Yeah, you can. So you gonna pick.
Fuck. Oh man.
Oh man.
Dang, do I want to go? Do I want to go second song, Infinity? What do I want to do?
There's a right or wrong answer to this.
Uh-oh.
I'm just playing.
I
just like
like, dang, do I want to turn them up on the way out of here, or do I want to?
vibe out.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
What you feeling right now? The vibe?
I'm turned.
Fuck it, let's turn them up then. Let's go. We're going to play Infinity, man, with yours truly, Jay, man. This is the first track off of there. This shit is fucking incredible. I promise you, do not miss this. No, go ahead. You can turn it up. Do not miss this, man. We'll have the project linked up under. You know what I'm saying? Anything to, like, reach out to Kon, we're going to make sure we provide that. You dig what I'm saying? And if y'all can, man, go purchase the album. You know what I'm saying? Go purchase it.
Help a
You know what I
brother
mean?
out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
if you trying
We
to
might-
work, just hit me.
He might got his cash app in the you know what I'm saying, in the link tree, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Support them artists. You dig what I'm saying? We're finna play Infinity featuring yours truly, Jay. I want to thank y'all, man, for tapping in with me. Make sure y'all subscribe to Outies Network. We on Apple, Spotify, Google Play. You feel me? Give me a 5 stars on there. You dig what I'm saying? And we're gonna continue running this up. You dig what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We out this thing. You feel me? Let's run it. Infinity, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Let's go.